Race fans, it's time for those most famous words in motorsports. Here to give the command, please welcome your Grand Marshal, lead focus of the All-American Rejects, Tyson Ritter.
Y'all ready to rock and roll? Drivers, start your engines! Go get it!
They're all lined up now, 2 by 2 and under glorious sunshine here at one of the most incredible circuits, not just on our calendar, but anywhere in the world. We are green, we are racing here at Laguna Seca on the run down to turn 2, and look at the lead that Alex Palou has already. And Colton Herta makes the move on Pato O'Ward, and Herta trying to make his way up to second position and has second position already from Pato O'Ward, which is precisely the opposite of what the McLaren man needed. And someone's off at the back, it's a Prema. One of the Premas is off into the gravel, so too Connor Daly for Juncos Hollinger Racing. Will get back round, will get back out on the track. That's Robert Schwartzman in the other Prema. But Alex Palou with the lead over Colton Herta. Pato O'Ward, then Joseph Newgarden is fourth, and Christian Lundgaard already on the rear wing. Oh, and it's a big one for Kevin Simpson. And out goes Felix Rosenqvist as well.
That's turn 6, the trickiest corner on the racetrack. The narrow entry there leaves very little room for 2 cars side by side.
Big hit there for Kevin Simpson on the concrete before he even got to the wall there. That young driver coming off his career best finish for the podium in Toronto last week. Rosenqvist here in that Grateful Dead livery.
What a shame for both. Rosenqvist, who looked so fast all the way through this weekend. Did he get a nudge from Scott McLaughlin on the way in there? Kevin Simpson would like to get another angle of that.
But then how did Rosenqvist spin? That was strange. Oh, he got in. Kevin Simpson got in the back of Rosenqvist. It looked like side-by-side contact.
On board with Felix Rosenqvist.
Oh, yeah, you could hear it. Big impact from behind, sends Rosenqvist into the wall and out of the race, it looks like. Tough break for both these guys. Rosenqvist starting further back than he really thought he could have. Thought he had a shot at a front row car before a penalty in qualifying relegated him to 12th.
So here's the replay then of what went down. Daly just moves over into the path of Schwartzman. There's the slightest of touches between the two, which sends Schwartzman off and Daly spinning.
Yeah, I think Daly was probably looking more to his right. I think was that maybe Rossi on the inside, trying to keep an eye here. You know, that's Rossi there. And as he's fading over driver's left, doesn't realize Schwartzman is kind of in his blind spot. Bit of a racing incident.
Yeah, I mean, tough to blame either one. I don't think, as you say, Daly knew that he was there. As we take another look at the issue with Felix Rosenqvist and Kevin Simpson there, and certainly from the onboard sounded pretty definitively like Simpson just barreled into the back of Rosenqvist here.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like McLaughlin gets close to Simpson, but there's no puff as we would normally see from a tire hitting or from a wing or anything like that. So
we're in 12. We're in 12.
Guys, let's take a look at this replay of Jacob Abel again with the 51. Tires are turned, and I see all the gravel coming off the rear tire backwards. I think like the throttle's still on. Let's take a look at this second angle here. Again, watch the rear tires here.
Yeah, they're spinning up fast.
I don't know if they're under power or not. At a minimum, it looks like maybe rear brakes not fully optimized there. You would expect to see them fully locked up when the fronts were locked up in the gravel. But either way, a very unfortunate and ill-timed incident there, whether it was mechanical or not. Tough day for Jacob Abel. One of his better qualifying performances. He started 21st. He looked really comfortable.
and VeeKay. And VeeKay was in a battle with Dixon and Kirkwood over what is 7th place.
Turn 3 again. We saw that catch out guys in practice. We saw Connor and Schwartzman go off there earlier.
And who does this hurt? Colton hurt him.
Now with Kirkwood having a look up the inside of the Dutchman. It's a nice line through there. They run too wide, almost contact, a little bit of contact there. And then on the run down in and just punts him straight off and into the gravel.
Kirkwood was committed here. He was going inside come hell or high water, and I don't think he expected VeeKay to be as narrow as he was. So when he went for that slice, he thought VeeKay was going to go and he was going to surprise Rinus VeeKay. It just didn't work out for Kirkwood. He will probably get a drive-through. Seconds. The reason that's possible is because of this vent manifold, which is exiting air from the fuel cell. As the fuel's being forced in, it creates a vacuum. It evacuates the air.
Townsend, I'm sorry, but Palou's going for the lead of Nolan Siegel, and he's got it with a wonderful move around the outside of turn 3. Beautiful stuff from the championship leader to take that lead away from Nolan Siegel.
So now let's see what kind of pace Colton Herta has in clean air compared to Palou up ahead, who's right now 5.8 seconds behind. And now Lundgaard.
Oh, is he going? He is up the inside of the Corkscrew. Lundgaard, that's magnificent. I love that.
Lap pit.
Dixon called into pit lane, and Lundgaard with a bold move up the inside of the Corkscrew.
Here we need a pit. Are we 6? On this lap, pit.
Armstrong during the break was putting on a clinic, a slide job clinic in turn 2. Brilliant stuff deep on the brakes. Watch this. He's the orange and black car.
Which turn?
Turn 2.
Beautiful. Absolutely mega stuff. And Joseph has that inside line. It's slightly squirrely through there, but Armstrong keeps him honest and gets the pass done.
He had just done a very similar move on McLaughlin the lap before. Went long. McLaughlin got him back just as Newgarden does here, but then just watch this. Into turn 3. He times it very well, late on the brakes, and pulls off the move there. So Armstrong just scything through the Penske's. He's through McLaughlin, he's through Newgarden. Now he's got power in his sights as all 3 of the Team Penske cars were running nose to tail.
His best finish in Toronto the previous weekend. Actually seeing Marcus Ericsson seems to have had a spin around somewhere.
He has made Exeter 6 on the way up to the Corkscrew.
That is a very strange place to be stopped. So far out of turn 6 up the hill. I wonder how this happened. High centered on that exit curve and then chased it all the way up the hill.
So lucky to not continue going driver's left and be collected by another car. That could have been much, much worse.
So this is into 11, and that's Rossi putting the move on Ferrucci. Oh, whoa, boy, which allowed Malukas through and contact with Rossi.
And look at that, Malukas goes through. And now Kirkwood and Ferrucci side by side, no love lost between those two, and that's how Stingray was able to kind of get a little bit of a run, then checked up.
And they say yellows breed yellows, but in that case, everybody fighting hard, but we remain green with 12 to go now as we take a look back at Nolan Siegel in the NTT Data McLaren. And this a replay of Siegel. Oh, big up and in to Louis Foster. Oh, and a spin on the exit of the Corkscrew.
Kept his foot buried in it. You can just see side by side, Foster not giving him quite enough racing room there. And then he just collided into the side of him. Really nothing Siegel could do.
Siegel, the throttle, rarely your friend in those cases, and it worked out for him.
When in doubt, flat out, man. Get that thing spun around, use the gravity down the hill, get pointed in the right direction, and go.
It is Lundgaard who has impressed as Santino Ferrucci spins and is off, and that is at the top of the hill at the Corkscrew.
We saw Joseph Newgarden buried here in practice. He was not able to get going.
Back under yellow.
And Ferrucci, you could see the car beach there. The rear wheel is turning, just lost it on his own.
Oh boy.
The car gets very light as you come up over the crest.
Rossi was lucky.
Woo. Definitely lucky to avoid getting taken out there. But yeah, the car you crest there gets very light. Just listen.
On board with Petroactive.
Oh boy. Tough couple of weeks. Santino Ferrucci crashing out in final practice at Toronto, didn't make the race. And Ricky Davis, crew chief for Alex Palou, says, oh, are you kidding? Another caution?
Colton Herta down to 8 seconds of push to pass, 7, now 6. He's trying to close that gap. He's only got 1 lap left when they cross the line. 1 last push out of the last corner to try to make it work.
This was about as close as Christian Lundgaard was when he made the pass on Herta to surprise him. Herta's been stronger on the brakes, but I just don't think he's close enough here.
1 lap to go. It will be over the line. Oh my goodness, Herta's got a good exit. He's had a great exit.
It looked like he did, and then
he kind of didn't. Yeah,
he got wide maybe on that exit curb and struggled to get the rear traction. Now he's going for the lunge.
And he's used up all of his push to pass, trying to make up for that little bubble, that little wobble on the exit of 11. Trying to hang with Lundgaard, trying to put the move in on this final lap here at Laguna Seca, where Alex Palou has looked utterly imperious from the get-go. Has tempered the storm and has ridden this race out absolutely beautifully. We came into today asking whether Pato O'Ward could mount the challenge for the championship. It is a championship which Alex Palou has led from day one, and with this kind of a performance puts one hand firmly back onto the Asta Challenge Cup. Stand back and admire him, stand up and applaud him. He has been perfect. What a performance. Utter perfection once again from Alex Palou. 8 wins in a season. Sensational. Hands off to Lundgaard and Herta, who complete the podium. A brilliant drive from the McLaren man in second. Pato O'Ward couldn't get the job done when he needed to today. Finishes 4th. Scott Dixon, a brilliant drive to 5th. Eilert, sensational in 6th. A best ever result for Prema. Power is 7th. Armstrong is 8th. Rasmussen 9th. And Scott McLaughlin comes home 10th for Penske.